be a King Kong movie. Toho, at the time, still was under the impression that they had the rights to King Kong, and they wanted to make a movie where King Kong is on an island and he fights a big lobster monster, and it was going to be essentially the exact same movie except with King Kong instead of Godzilla. And you can really tell that they didn't change the movie much to suit Godzilla instead of King Kong. For example, they were really trying to push for a few movies that Godzilla is weak to lightning, but Kong is strong to lightning. So them using lightning to wake up Godzilla doesn't make a ton of sense, but it would have made a lot of sense if it was King Kong. Godzilla picking up the girl and walking around with her isn't in character to Godzilla. Godzilla never does that. But it's in character to King Kong. And just sort of like the very Jules Verne island adventure kind of story is more fitting, I believe, with a King Kong movie than a Godzilla movie. But there was some kind of a rights issue. They didn't actually have the rights anymore. And so they decided that they were going to make this a Godzilla movie instead, and they weren't really going to change the plot at all. I think the monster that looks the worst in this one is probably Mothra. I think it's the same Mothra puppet that they used in Godzilla vs. Mothra, and it just hasn't aged well. The fur is very yellowed, like it looks like it's singed in places. It's just, Mothra looks very old and worn out in this movie, and this is supposed to be a young Mothra. This is supposed to be the same one from the other movies that we saw now as an adult, and she just looks horrible. Luckily she's not in the movie very long, but does not look great. So, in terms of do I recommend this movie, yes, I do. If you're interested in Godzilla movies and you really want to watch a lot of them, then yeah, check out Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster. It's a very fun movie. It's very 60s. It's hard to have like a bad time watching this movie. Like, this movie is a party in and of itself. It's just everyone's having a good time. It's hard to be upset. The soundtrack is very like 60s funky soundtrack. It's not Akira Ifukube this time. It's someone else that they brought in, and he does like a sort of surf soundtrack, which is cool. And just a fun movie all around. So make yourself like a fruity cocktail or something and watch Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster. Sub or dub comparison, I really don't care this time. The sub was fine. I had no problem with it, but I remember the dub being fine too. Like I said, the human plot isn't really anything special in this one at all, and so you're not missing anything if you watch the dubbed version. I didn't notice any plot elements that they changed from the dubbed version when I was watching the sub. And so go for the dubbed version. Save yourself the trouble of having to read the subtitles so that you can get fully into like the chilled out beach vibes of this movie. I'll be back tomorrow night with probably my least favorite of the Showa series of Godzilla movies, Son of Godzilla. Not super excited about doing this one, but we'll have fun doing it. It'll be another summer movie, another beach movie. So until tomorrow night, I got my hat on sideways and I'm ready to fucking party. Good night, everybody.